Hi guys! I did another review of a book a while ago, as you remember, and I wanted to try to do more. This would be my second book review, and today I am reviewing what is rather a short story, but I'm just going to jump right into it. It is called Through the Open Door. It is by Robert Edward Lyons II, and I got it off of Amazon. Actually, I have a little bit of history behind this, but before I get into that, you definitely want to read this, okay? Take my word for that. Of course I chose a dark and rainy night to read this. Why wouldn't I, right? But that is the perfect thing, and even if you're reading it on a bright sunny day in a hammock on the beach, this thing is going to chill your bones, believe me. Like, okay, two things I took away from this book. Never have an engagement party in the middle of a snowstorm, and never get some ancient heirloom wobbly dresser. That's all I'm saying on that frontier. The first thing I'm going to say about this is it sets the mood so incredibly well that, I'm sorry, I keep looking down at it because, like, the cover art, and it's just, oh my god. This, I just read this thing in about 45 minutes, and I was in the bedroom, and I started off, I was like sitting up, like, okay, I'm gonna read this, and as I went through it, I like started leaning forward more, and then I was like laying on my stomach, and then I was just like, but I got to the end, oh my god, it is so well written, and it sets the mood so well, and the tension is just like, oh my god, you could cut the tension that this creates with a knife. I mean, you need a razor sharp knife to cut the tension with this. We're talking like serrated bread knife tension here. You're probably wondering what it's about. I'm just like rambling on about how well it's written. Okay, what it's about is see, I can't tell you what it's about without giving too much of it away. Since it's a short story, I mean, it goes from, plot development to climax very quickly. Basically, there's an engagement party, okay, and there's all these guests, and our main character is Angela, and she's engaged to Chris, and he went out to get some wine, and it's snowing outside, and it's like the roads are horrible, and like nobody can really go in or out, and Angela's worried about Chris and his return home from his sojourn, and freaky shit happens. That's about the only way I can put it without just destroying the whole, like, what this leads to and builds to. Like, you have to read this. It is so, oh my god. If you're looking for a story to read before bed to give you nightmares, look no further. This is the one, I promise you. Just to touch on this a little bit, everyone who knows me, and you guys probably know this, knows that I have a problem with gore. I have a real issue with gore. I can't watch it. I can't read about it. Nothing. So pages 22 and 23 and 27 were a little difficult for me to read, so I just kind of skimmed through it. I'm like, yeah, I get the idea. Okay. It's very, very detailed. So if you have a problem with gore like I do, just be wary of those pages. But I still thought it was fantastic. It didn't turn me away at all. It was necessary. In fact, I believe it was necessary. This book is available for purchase on paperback, the way I have it here on Amazon, and it's also available through Amazon Kindle. I will be providing links in the description below. The most interesting thing to note about this particular book, this story, I am close personal friends with the author, and that has no bearing whatsoever on what I think about this, because I would not be making a video to tell you guys to read this book if I thought it was crap. Seriously, I'm even more impressed by it since I actually know the person who wrote it. I went to high school with this guy, and we've remained friends throughout adulthood, and let me tell you, I am even more impressed with the way this is written because I actually know him. Like, normally when you read something or see something of someone that you know, you take into account what you know about them and the personality, and you tend to, like, maybe read it in a little bit of a different way rather than as an impartial audience, you know what I mean? It actually worked in his favor that I knew him in this scenario because it is so well written, and I know him, and it was actually really surprising and impressive because he wrote from a female's perspective, and I know that he's actually a really quiet and shy person, and it was so weird being a female myself reading something from a female's perspective written by a male and it was incredibly in tune with like the female's perspective, like the way that, you know, she worries, the way that they spoke to each other, the way that she felt about like the engagement party conversation, and just like the thoughts. I don't know, it was just, I was very impressed with that. That was fucking amazing. And so this had me so on edge that I was in the bedroom, and Henry, one of our cats, he just like ambled into the room minding his own business. And of course I'm like right near the end of the story, right at the climax, and I'm sitting there reading, and I just I see Henry amble into the room out of the corner of my eye, and I swear to God, my freaking heart jumped into my throat. It startled me so bad, because, you know, this is called Through the Open Door, and it's about something through the open door, and then here comes this cat walking through the open door, and I see it out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna die. So that was fun. Yeah, I definitely actually really strongly recommend this. This is amazingly written, and it's very gripping. I was actually quite surprised at how gripping it was, and hats off to you, Robbie. Oh my God, you are fantastic. And please, everybody go like his Facebook page. He has a page for his writing, and I'm going to put a link to that as well. He needs all the support that he can possibly get, because my God, we need to let him know that he needs to keep writing, because he is a fantastic writer. I know he's been writing for years. He's been working on this one in particular for a very long time, and I kept bugging him like, when's it going to be done? When's it going to be done? So it's done now, and you guys need to read it. If I haven't beaten you with that hammer enough, I'm going to do it one more time. Go get his book right now. Seriously, okay? I promise. It's got my seal of approval, totally. And go like his Facebook page for sure, because he is extremely talented, and he needs to be supported, and he needs to continue doing what he's doing, because my God, he definitely has a future in this. I truly believe it. And I'm very proud of him as a friend. Truly, truly. That's all for this video, and I will see you guys in my next one, and I hope you guys like the story, and if you don't, you're crazy, because it's fucking awesome. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!